Welcome, my love light lifers. Natty T here, your vibrational coach. Today we are doing part 2 of numbers, the signs and symbols of numbers. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite number? If you have a favorite number, tell me if you don't. And why is it your favorite number? I want to say welcome to my returning subscribers. Love you long time. If you've just turned up, love you long time too. Glad to have you. We are here, we're talking about signs and symbols. In specific, today we're talking about numbers, numerology. Numerology is huge. I never thought much of numerology when I first heard about it. I was like, how can you possibly know your life's purpose through numbers? They're going to take how many letters in my name? What? It was weird, I'll be honest. But I must admit, after doing some of my own personal research and experimentation on numbers, I can tell you this. They do hold a specific frequency like everything else on this planet. And because they have a very general frequency, it can be a reflection to us, an earlier reflection to us of what direction we are moving and our momentum in that direction. So if we're talking about numbers in the sense of, I keep seeing the number 222 everywhere. Now the interesting thing is, it's one thing to see 2s everywhere, but it's also another thing to see 222 everywhere. And so how we go about actually interpreting these things is that we have to, again, look at how we're feeling. If we can boil it down, and this is pretty much Symbology 101, Synchronicities 101, if you can boil it down to a bare emotion, you can know exactly what it is. Because when you start to feel the emotion that you're having about that particular number or about that particular general symbol, when you start to feel that way, you can know that if you examine that feeling, you'll recognize it. It's like when you use a metaphor or a simile, like I'm doing right now, and you say, you're trying to describe how you feel, and you're really excited, and you want to say, I feel like I just won a gold medal at the Olympics. Now, you probably don't know how that feels, and I don't either. But there's a way that you imagine it feels. You've seen people who have won medals and you've seen how they look. But sometimes it's not imaginary stuff that we're actually looking at here. Sometimes we're likening it to, this feels like the time that we went to the theme park and we had a great day. The point is that we feel things all day, every day. And when we feel them, we recognize the feeling. So much so that we put names on the feelings. I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling sad. And it's not just really general like that. You can get really specific about your emotions if you wanted to. I'm feeling gut-wrenchingly disgusted. I hope you don't feel gut-wrenchingly disgusted. But you get my point, right? You can get very specific about the way you feel. And you could say that that particular feeling, you could assign that to specific moments in your life. Something that specific, maybe only 2 or 3 things. And then something as general as happy, maybe half or even 2/3 of your life. But the point that I'm trying to make is that we recognize how those things feel. And when those things feel that way, all of those things in our life that we find that match it, all of those things that we would put in that category, that we would feel that way if we experienced it, even if it's just imagined. I imagine that going on a cruise is really fun, yet maybe I haven't been on a cruise. However, I would be manifesting a cruise and I was having lots of fun. Because whether or not it is an experience you've had or not, you have categorized all of these experiences by emotion. And so when we start experiencing general synchronicities and signs and symbols, we are being shown which direction we're going and asked if we want to speed up. Okay? Now, sometimes these are so general that they're subtle. This is why signs and synchronicities are used as a tool for manifestation, because of the fact that the feeling of 22, which is a master number, the master builder number, that feeling, when you feel it, you may not be aware of it. It's a great number, and if you're aligning with 22, bang, keep going. That's all I can say. But what I am saying is that if this is if this is where you're facing, then yeah, speed up. In other words, whatever you're doing, do more of it. Just keep going, doing what you're doing. However, if you're in a direction that you may not want to be in, you will start to see, it's really weird because you won't see as many synchronicities, because synchronicities are sort of evidence of alignment, but you can start to notice that either the lack of synchronicity or the trying too hard feeling or so on and so forth, all of those things that are very, very general, they get pointed out to you at a really general place, at a general level. And if you're looking at numbers and synchronicities with numbers, these are like little rewards saying, hey, you've built up blah, blah amount of momentum in this direction, because none of the number synchronicities are negative. None of them are telling you you're in the wrong place. They are telling you where you're putting most of your attention and time, and it may not be where you want to. A lot of people get scared of the number 666 because it was meant to be the devil's number. But the truth is, 666 is about balance, and it's also about like domestic life and family life and so on and so forth. And perhaps if that's taking up all your time and you're having a great time at home and you're not putting much into your career, which is what you intended to do, then you might want to shift. You might want to put some more energy into somewhere else. But mostly it's an indication that you're going really, really well in a particular direction. In other words, you're dead on the frequency. Just keep going. Just keep going. And these can be lovely little signposts to tell us that we're heading in the right direction. Because before the momentum speeds up, you're not going to see your the end manifestation. I mean, just feeling something is a manifestation, but you're not getting to that manifestation straight away. So when you see a number, when you see 3 of the same number, this is an indication that you're in a very specific frequency right now. Not just one, you could be in many. I see synchronicities of pretty much every number all of the time. I cannot even tell you how many of them I see. But this is just all about being able to have control. In other words, don't wait until it's sped up and it's something not very nice before you pay attention. But the good thing is, if you're in a really positive direction, if you're pointed in a really positive direction, wouldn't it be nice if somebody went, there, you're on it, go, hit the gas, go now. That's what's happening with signs and synchronicities, and especially numbers. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow.